My model is actually, it's based on a fundamental belief. I believe, and it's something that I've observed through my entire career, my life actually, is that the relationship between rage and grace is critical to any great leader, any great movement, any great brand, any great product design. So what I mean by that is understanding that relationship is critical. You have to, if you want to succeed, most of my heroes and the things that I've had success with have come from, have started with rage. It started with a unhappiness and frustration with the status quo, and with a knowledge that there's a better solution out there, and there's a better way forward. And the role of grace is in getting people to kind of listen. If rage shouts, grace gets people to hear you. And the model that I basically have built a model around that philosophy. One of the things when I first started working with the theory, the examples and the case studies I used were not in advertising. They were in politics. They were in cultural movements. I saw it at play in the rise of comedy in the 60s. Then I put it towards brands, but it applies to product design, brand design, communication, leadership, countries. Yeah, I think it could work anywhere. What I was talking about earlier is this ability we have to bullshit really well. And it's not just agency people. We all do it. Religious leaders do it. Politicians are great at it. Agency people have been doing it for a long time because we've been able to, one, get away with it, and two, we are creative, and bullshit artists are very creative. And also, bullshitting requires, when you don't know, what happens with bullshitting comes from you don't know exactly what you're talking about, you rely on bullshit. And also, advertising is meant to depict the superiority of a product, okay? And a lot of times there is no superiority. You know, the claims that we use are not claims at all. They're false claims. We'll say it's, 60% more pink, but why is that even a value? We're just creating language that supports our ability to be superior in what we talk about. I think great brands are doing it. I think Apple does it. Their promise to you is to think different. Their products deliver on that. I think, it's easy to say Nike and Apple, but it's what they do. Nike tells you to just do it, and they support that in their messaging. Having conversations with people and hearing how they're approaching the world differently, what it is that they're trying to do that's different, where are they having success, where are they having failure. And I think the conversation about failure is as important as the conversation about success. Because I think you learn more when you fail than you do when you succeed. But to be around talent is always, really great, and the setting's beautiful. And,